just made up this little curtain for him, and it's excellent. This is actually a block-out curtain, so it keeps it really cozy in there. It also stops a bit of the noise as well.
Ooh. Parent time, is that what you're saying?
Well, maybe, and also when we get up early of a morning to work.
Sexy time.
Hi guys!
Yes, okay, it is time for the party of the year. Thanks to our great mates at Caravan in Queensland. It is called VanJam. It's a 3-day music and camping festival. We're going to be there. Come and camp with us.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, it's the 22nd to the 24th of September, and it is for the whole family. Aside from the awesome lineup of Australian artists and the music festival, there will be an off-grid, off-road trade expo featuring all the latest off-grid technology, hands-on workshops and demos. There's also a minivan kids area and lots of entertainment, including childminding for the festival.
Yes.
And we'll be presenting every day, talking all things off-grid and living this awesome travelling lifestyle.
All right, the artists are huge. It includes the Radiators,
Yes.
Frente, Adam Brand,
Thirsty Merc.
and everyone's, of course, favourite, and that is Daryl Braithwaite. You like his songs?
Yeah.
Jasper's got the lyrics down. He's telling me it's "We'll go ride it on the horsies."
That is the actual line.
Okay. No worries. Who else is going to be there? Who's your favourite?
Bluey!
Bluey, yes, the headline act, sorry Mr. Braithwaite, is Bluey, and that'll keep all of the families happy. The other exciting part of this is that we are going to be having a feel-good camping zone. So if you want to come and camp with us for the weekend, hang out together, sing lots of Bluey and Daryl Braithwaite songs together, then jump on and get your tickets now, and be sure to select Feel Good Zone.
All right, we can't wait to see you there. Come and get those vocals up. Do you want to give it a go? We'll go riding on the horses, yeah, yeah. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Month review.
Oh my gosh, can you believe it? We have had the Zone RV for an entire year, and it has been an off-grid year as well. And we're really excited to talk to you about that 12 months and what it looks like and how it's changed our experience after 4 years full-time on the road.
Look, it's totally changed the way we do things, our lifestyle and our life. And we're going to tell you about the things that we like, the things that we love.
Yep.
The things that we would change.
Yes.
The things that we weren't sure about when we first started, where they sit with us now.
Yeah.
And then just point out stuff as we go. We're going to talk fairly quickly because there is a lot to talk about.
Yeah, and we have notes too. We've made notes on our phone.
Keep us on track.
That's right, so we don't miss anything. But if we do, and there's something that you want to know about or that we haven't covered in this video, then let us know in the comments below and we'll come back to you.
Ripper. Let's do it. Okay,
Righto.
starting at the front. Here we go. We've got the Blackjack Trailer Jack. All right, that's just the cover. We actually got that cover because we had a problem with our switch in our Blackjack. And we think it was just because of the weather and the dust and the carry-on that you get, particularly when you're off-grid and you're getting out and about into it. So that cover has been fantastic.
Yeah, it has actually. We found that as a tip online where somebody else had suggested just get a cover for it, and that'll keep all the electric parts of that jack, you know, doing what they should do, protected as well. That jack, I have to say, that and the DO35 on the Hitch, hasn't that just totally changed our experience, Paul?
It totally has. You're spot on. And what we're talking about here is how we feel in relation to safety when we are hitching and unhitching the van from the tow vehicle.
Yeah, look, and as you know, if you've been watching our channel or if you're new to our channel, welcome. We have had a few different vans across our 4 years of full-time travel. Every single time that we hitch and unhitch with this DO35...
Katie is easily excitable, I'm going to say that.
It is just...
High-fiving me every time we hitch.
It just, you know, it's one of those things that I think we'll always be amazed at how safe and how easy it is. Yeah.
Love it. DO35. You can also get a DO45. That is in relation, the 3.5 or the 4.5, to the tonnage. Okay, 3,500 tonne, 4,500 tonne.
Yeah, okay. There you go. I mean, you've got to think, we do a lot of hitching and unhitching, right? 4 years on the road. So we've done lots of that. This is
We've
awesome.
made mistakes, and some of them have been, you know, near misses. This has completely solved that.
Yeah.
We have actually, in our ebook, we talk about a safe way to unhitch, and it's removing the torque from your tyres through neutralising, we call it. So yeah, you can check that out through our ebook if you're wondering about that, or go back through our series and you'll find that. The other thing that I wanted to talk about is this guy down here, the Redfoot levelling big block.
Yeah, this is a fairly new
cool.
acquisition for us, isn't it? We've just in the past used different blocks to, I guess, chock that jack point up. And then, again, we got tipped off about this product, and that's just so easy, so safe as well, can take the weight, it's sturdy. Love that product.
It was pretty hard to find online, but yeah, have a bit of a Google. You'll find it, no doubt.
Yep.
Yep. And if we can get in touch with them, or we can find a way to get a discount, we'll let you know. But yeah, it is an awesome product. We love it.
Yeah, excellent. Something else that we love about the toolbox on the front of the Zone is this dirty storage area.
Wow.
No, it's awesome. I mean, you don't have to be a clean freak to really appreciate what this does. It just, anything that is out in the weather, like we've got our grey hoses in here, we put the little pads that we use under our stabilisers in here, so if it's rainy or muddy or mucky or whatever, it all just goes in here, and then that stays out of your toolbox. Less cleaning, win-win.
When we got the van, it actually came with a black Proquip jerry can, and if you are a regular viewer, you'd know that I actually snapped the nozzle off.
How's your nozzle?
Got the nozzle back, but couldn't fix the jerry can. So anyway, that's what we've come up with, the new yellow one. Love that it locks. This is just an aluminium rod. Lock on there. Absolutely brilliant. And of course, diesel heater.
Couldn't be without that.
Could not be without that. That's exactly right. Maxtrax up there. We just a couple of weeks ago did a segment on how to clean your solar panels while being off grid. Excellent segment. You can find that through searching in our channel as well. What has happened up there is that we've actually got 7 panels. They're Red Arc. It's part of the full Red Arc power management system that is on board in this van. It is remarkable. 7 panels, 180 watts each. That gives us, quick calculation, 1260 watts of solar panel. We did have 6 when we started. So people are like, hang on a second, what have they done? We also had a satellite dish. They're great, those sat dishes.
Off of the TV.
Depending on how you like viewing content. For us, it ended up a decision that we went, oh, we don't really use it. And it weighs, you know, a good 25 kilos of extra weight up there. Well, let's get that off. We were able to get a solar panel put on, 600 amp hours of lithium in there. We have never been happier about power. This is our 4 years on the road.
Yeah.
We do not think about the power anymore.
No, we don't. I mean, I was pretty obsessed with it, wasn't I, in our previous vans, and always checking the batteries to see, you know, where they were at. And I was worried about, gosh, can I use an appliance, or you know, am I going to be wasting the batteries? And now we don't even look at, we don't even check the panel. We just, it does what it does, and we're awesome. It
is amazing. I'm also going to talk about the gas. There's a twin gas bottle system that's separated on the other side of this composite toolbox. We know all about this.
Who knows what's going on?
Who knows what's going on in here? Look at that, just stuff everywhere. But you get the idea. They are massive. We had this light put in there. I'm pretty sure now they actually come already with that light. Kate, can you just look that?
That's what happens when you are. Oh, watch that cord.
Yep.
That's what happens when you camped up for a few days. So your nice and neat toolbox just turns to mess. This is Starlink, and actually we should talk on the power, and we'll talk more about that as well. But we run that all day, every day, basically, don't we, Paul?
There it is. God bless you, Elon. All right, now on the toolbox, the tow ball weight on the Zone vans is incredibly light. And so you think, well, hang on a second, that's a lot of storage space there. You don't need to fill it, but it's encouraged to actually, put your stuff in there, put the heavy items in there, get that weight shifted towards the front over the tow ball. We love the towing experience now. It took us a little while for us to get it right, to get the actual hitch position right on the tow vehicle, where that tongue was. And then once we realised that we probably could have been better balanced by having weight at the front. The new canopy, obviously, that reduced, I think it's close to 200 kilos of weight by changing our canopies
amazing.
out. We realised that we had to, shift weight and manage it a bit better. Now it is just perfect. It's towing like a dream. And also the water tanks. So we've got 3 80-litre poly tanks on here. One is a dedicated drinking tank with its own dedicated water pump.
That falls definitely into the category of things we love.
Definitely. God, it's amazing. You know, you don't know how good something is until you've got it, you know.
Yeah.
But having the tanks filled with drinking tank at the front and tank 1, having those 2 tanks filled, which is directly over the twin axle, balances, settles the van, and now it's like driving, it's towing on rails. It is awesome. So we really love that. We have towed with 3 full tanks, and I do notice that it's not as comfortable. It's a little nervous, if you know what I mean.
Well, it's much heavier too, right?
Yeah.
So
Okay, yeah, that's right. You know, so we know we found our sweet spot now. Just travel with 2 tanks, unless we are needing that extra capacity because we're coming somewhere like this where we're off grid for, a week and a half or something. You know?
Awesome. Love it.
All right. The awning, electric awning. We got this and we were like, same with the electric steps. And we thought, overkill.
Yeah, look,
That was exactly what we thought for the first little while. We thought, we've overcooked this.
Yeah, and the awning in particular seems to be something that we get loads of questions about, particularly when people are in that decision-making process, right, of should we or shouldn't we. We love it. We love it.
We couldn't live without it now. We can still use our Ground Dog awning anchor kit to anchor that down. What I love most about this awning is that you can just put it out just a couple of foot. Look at that. He's got the shade he needs. We've got the shade over the kitchen.
It's not flapping around. We don't have to worry about it.
And it's super quick, and it goes in and out literally at the press of a button here. Look at that. Whisper quiet.
Yeah.
I just love it.
Hey, there's Luna.
And down here is the stairs. Let's just put them in. Boom. Hello.
Yeah, look, again, it's all about convenience with the electric stairs, I think. One good thing to note is to stand back when you're putting the stairs out so that you don't axe yourself.
Look, you only axe yourself a couple of times with these things and then you learn your lesson very quickly.
Yep.
Love our tidy turf mats. Look at that.
And your weights.
Oh, my weights. I
all in
work
the
out.
dirt.
I work out. You got to be wondering why is there only one dumbbell that's a 7 kilo and one that's 1 kilo? That's because Jasper and I work out together and we just do one arm at a time.
I love it.
You can see these guns, huh?
So obviously the outdoor kitchen, I mean, it's one of our favourite features of the Zone van. I'm sure anybody who has one of the new generation Zone vans would agree. It just totally changes how you use the outdoor space, even the storage capabilities that it's got. We just love this so much and we make use of it, don't we, Paul?
Yeah.
Even pulling over for a roadside stop and, whipping out the induction cooker and making a cup of tea. We love this. This is next level.
It is the highlight of this van as far as utilising outdoor space. Katie, you've seen on many of our episodes, she's passing the food out straight through like a servery.
Yeah.
She's part of the conversation now, whereas our previous van had a kitchen on the opposite side.
Yeah, that's a really good point, actually. Really thinking about the layout options inside, having the kitchen on this side of the van just makes so much more sense to us now because even if you are inside, you're still part of the action.
Look, it's got the outdoor shower option here, which is really great because it's hot and cold. You can wash your dishes out here. There's another fitting on the other side of the van. To be honest, we hardly use that. We actually use that on the other side of the van more than on this side of the van, and I'm not sure whether that's just what we've got.
Our personal
what
preference.
we've got used to, but it's fantastic to have that option, isn't it?
Yep.
And then of course you've got all your TV accessories. We have sat out here on those balmy nights, watched our favourite Netflix.
Yep.
I'm going to come around. What are you doing? You look like you're up to no good. Look how dirty the back of the van is. Look,
So good.
we have been, running some kilometres on our way up to the Gulf. So, yeah, it's pretty crazy. But you would have seen a couple of weeks ago when we cleaned the solar panels, we cleaned the back of the van. That is my favourite real estate on the van because for outdoor, outback cinema nights or watching Queensland win the State of Origin,
Yep.
brilliant. absolutely the best real estate when it comes to wanting to stream your favourite Netflix, watch your movies, those sporting events.
Yeah.
Love it.
Version.
Yes, you can get your 2-stage ladder on the back here, and that would be perfect for people who need to access and service the roof and feel a little bit more secure.
Yeah, look, we know a lot of zoners who actually use that access point to put their Starlink up as well.
Perfect. For us, we just go straight off the drawbar onto the toolbox. Katie is super nimble, super light. She just
super nimble.
gets,
for a few more years, hopefully.
Gets the dangerous jobs done for me. But yeah, no, absolutely love having that real estate.
Yeah,
winner.
awesome.
And it brings the community together too. We've had nights where we put a kids movie on, and it's like the Pied Piper for Jasper. He has all these mates suddenly.
They come from miles.
Yes. All right, let's make our way back towards the front and inside.
Oh, hang on. You want to talk about ATX suspension?
Yes, I do. And in fact, I'll overlay for that now, because that's probably not the prettiest angle from there. Some of the ATX suspension actually doing its job so well on those corrugated roads. Love it. And where we're going now, we're really going to put it to the test. So that should be pretty cool. Drum versus disc brakes with the ATX. We have disc. We love it. Is there a preference? We'd go with that. And now I've got the hydraulic brakes on the 79 with the braided brake lines. Brilliant. It actually stops.
Yeah,
Really,
yes, very important.
Yes, very, very important. Okay, we're coming around. The other thing I wanted to point out was all of the Airbag man in here that controls our auto leveling. If I flick these 2 buttons down, what that does is actually levels the van down to the perfect towing or drive height, which is what those red markers there are for, okay? That is what auto leveling means, so that you can level to have the perfect towing drive line. Then you can use these toggles, and I've actually pulled all the stabilizers up so that I can show you this, but you can level the van from side to side, as you can see, by using this, and the compressor will probably kick in a second. And that way you can get that perfect level. For me, it's so important because I love getting a good night's sleep, and being level is imperative to me doing that.
And again, we've just found it's something that makes that whole process just that much easier. We've still got our little spirit level before we unhitch, or even if we're staying hitched, I'll jump in the van, get the spirit level out, and then it's just a few toggles of those little toggles and we're level. It's amazing.
So good. And a good tip here, same with reversing and towing. When Kate and I are communicating, she always is nice to me. No, it wasn't what I was going to say. She always says, yes, passenger side or driver side, okay? Instead of saying my side, your right, my left, very, very confusing for the driver. So always use passenger side or driver side. And even when you're leveling the van, she'll say, can you just toggle it up on the passenger side or toggle it up on the driver side? And everyone's on the same page. Good tip.
Yeah, we've gotten pretty good, haven't we, after 4 years?
We have.
We've had our moments. We should talk about, before we go inside, the barbecue slide.
Great. Okay,
because this was something that maybe we were thinking we wouldn't get right, and
look, it's a weight thing, It's do you want to save weight? Then you probably wouldn't get this. We haven't been able to do this in our previous vans because most of those standard tunnel boots are about this high, which means the Weber doesn't fit. How frustrating is that? So this is perfect. This non-slip mat there keeps it in place. It's got its own white light or bug light, as has the outside parts of the van here as well. The awning has its own lighting strip. There's internal lighting on both sides of the tunnel boot as well. Now that we have it,
we love it.
Absolutely included. If you can not worry about the weight, we are glad that we got that. And on the gas, even though they're going gasless, there's still 2 gas bayonets here, and there still will be 1 gas bottle, provision for that coming with the new vans, the next generation of vans. So don't think you haven't got no option on gas. There's just no option for gas inside.
Okay, all right, there you go. While we're talking about gas, we should say that was or is something that we would change. When we first picked up the van, I don't know, just so used to cooking with gas and have always had it, so was really reluctant not to have it. And now that we've given the induction a run, which we'll talk about in a minute, we'd go gasless. So that is definitely something that we would change. Am I right in saying that?
Yeah, and look, and the van is weatherproof, of course, but it is dustproof. And one area that you could have dust come in is through those gas vents, which are on both sides. That's Jasper's job, that he gets those undone every time.
Yep.
Never miss that. It's very important. But having no gas removes another opportunity for that dust to get in. Great thinking, and again, that's great for the industry. I think all vans going that way. It seems to be happening a lot quicker than we at first thought. You know, even a year ago we thought, this is 5 years off. There you go. Things are moving pretty quickly in the industry, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. There's one less thing to think about on setup and pack down too.
The Fusion. This is the main stereo system down there. It's very cool. We had a problem with that, and whose fault was it?
Well, it was our fault. Your fault. It was your fault.
It is always my fault.
That way.
Yeah, user-generated problem. Once we spoke to Zone, they said, yeah, you need to make it discoverable through the Bluetooth option, setting, blah, 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 blah. Boom, fixed.
Yeah, you'd think tech would be our thing, right?
There you go. So, no, but great system. Love that. Tell us about this Red Vision, Kate.
This is something that we love. And again, it was something that we hadn't had in a previous van, this control centre.
Look at that, 96%. That's a perfect example of what we're talking about.
Yeah.
We've been editing, we're about to podcast, computers, everything's running, and it's at 96%.
Yeah, and the Starlink on the roof, so really fantastic. What I love about this is that everything's there. It's in one central panel. It's easy to read. You can, press the button. You know exactly where your water tanks are at. You know exactly where your power's at. You can switch lights and different parts of the van on and off the fans.
Set the mood.
You can even set the mood. You can even connect it to an app on your phone, so you don't even have to get out of bed. If you watching telly, you want to go to sleep, switch the inverter off. Boom! Look at that. It's so easy, and you can do that from the app as well. So that's awesome.
Even if you're outside the van.
It's
brilliant.
And then I guess what this runs off is that system on the back side of the van where everything is housed, and it's neat and it's tidy and it's...
The Red Arc Power Management System.
It's amazing. It's chalk and cheese to what we were used to, and if you had a problem, you could easily find it. So, yeah, we think that's a great plus.
If I had a problem.
I'd solve it.
Siroccos.
Yeah, who doesn't love those?
I mean, anyone who's got one knows how good they are.
Yep.
What's great is we've got 4 of them. So there's 2 down here, 1 for each of us, and I can swing it around onto when I'm editing. This one here, swing it around, give me a bit of airflow while I'm editing or we're podcasting. You can swing that one around.
Yeah.
They are easy to clean. We've done a fantastic...
cleaning and maintenance video.
Check that out. They were 2 separate. There was the main maintenance for your van, making sure that you're keeping up with regular maintenance for your rig, which would help anyone out there, even if you're a seasoned traveller. And then there is the RV Cleaning 101 with some great hacks and tips there, so you can check that out as well.
Yeah, just to make things a lot easier.
They're super simple. They're so good.
Oh, and great for airflow. We very rarely use our air conditioner. We have a few times, especially when we're, up north and in the tropics. But the fans do a great job of keeping the air flowing, and particularly if you like that overnight as well.
Yes, the lounge.
Yeah, so we love this style of lounge. We have had the cafe style with the table in the middle. So, we can speak to both, and they both have their positives about them. For us, this main area is, we've got our podcast suite set up there now. It's where...
If you haven't already jumped onto our podcast, it is now. It's free. Yeah. It's on 12 directories. It's in 84 countries around the world. And it is every week we do a podcast, and it's Katie and I rabbiting on not only about travel, but the RV industry, news. We've got takeaway every week.
It's some good philosophy.
It's really good fun, yeah. So we think you would love that if you need a good pick-me-up for your week as well.
Yeah, and if you're a listener, thank you. We love chatting to you every week.
So good. The listeners are going through the roof. I think it's up to about 12,000 listeners a month now.
Awesome.
Amazing.
So
Thank you.
So this is where the action happens. Paul edits here. This is where the action happens, but this is where the work happens. And Paul edits here, Jasper does school here, I do work here as well. And let me tell you, very rarely does it look as neat and tidy as what it does right now. It's generally chaos. So having the extra space with the larger lounge really helps all of us to not be on top of each other as much. And then on the rare occasions when we have a clear table, we can actually spread out and relax, and of course we eat meals in here too.
Foot lockers.
Foot locker.
Okay. These are brilliant. Love this design. That's just really where the feel goods feet, shoes, not feet.
Not feet, and I just want
the
to
shoes
clarify.
we don't wear a lot.
Well, they're shoes for all of us too, just quietly. It does happen to be on my side of the van, but that's household shoe compartment.
Yeah, my side basically has hard drives, computer, camera, extras, gears, stuff like that. Okay.
It's a great addition though, isn't it? Having that little
we love
under.
it. It is very clever use of space, and then under the bed is another massive space as well.
Huge.
So they've done really well with that. Zone actually they put out a social media question, and it was, can you give us your ideas on your dream van? If you were going to say, I've always thought's missing from any van, it doesn't matter what sort of van or rig you're in, what would it be that you would add? So here's a couple.
They had some good suggestions.
They did too. It was very, very engaging. Okay, the side trundles we think are perfect for bottles of wine. So I think if you could put a temperature-controlled little wine fridge in there.
I love that.
Yeah, and just have it really buffered so that it can withstand a bit of corrugation.
Yeah, that hard foam, so your wine bottles just tuck in nicely.
Love it, a floating floor. But to all seriousness, we think that there should be a lockable, fireproof, waterproof, safe box, that tamper-proof, something like a safe that you could put your grab bag, which we think is very important. We've also done an episode on evacuation, having a grab bag ready. Very, very good information. All this information too is in our ebooks. There you go. Selfless plug if you want to check out our life lessons from travelling around Australia, over 100 clickable links, templates, you name it. Everything is in there, including our grab bag and what we do around that. But it'd be a good place to put your passports. Let's say you go up to Darwin.
Exactly.
And you decide you want to go, just duck over to Indonesia for a weekend.
Bali.
Hey, hello.
We should do that.
Uluwatu. Love it. And you need a place to store this stuff, but no matter what, you have got those items safe and secure.
Yeah, I love it.
Good idea.
Great suggestion. Awesome. All right, let's move on, shall we?
Yes, okay. Coming down.
Let's talk about the induction, because again, we get loads of questions about this, and this was one of those things that we were a bit like, not really sure how we're going to like this. When we first picked up the van, we opted to still have the gas. The induction's amazing, actually. I had no idea. It's super quick. Boiling water is so quick. You almost put it on and then you can't leave because it's boiled pretty well straight away. It doesn't hold the heat, so it's super safe as well. A really great option for caravanning, especially if you've got little people around. So we would go, this is something we would change. If we were thinking about a new van, we would definitely opt for the gasless inside the van and just go all in on the induction and give that a crack, because we just absolutely love this, don't we? And of course, with that amount of solar panel and battery power, there's no issues using the induction.
Do you know another thing? Can you go and flick on the main lights, overhead?
Yeah, sure.
Check this out. So the lights in every van that we've owned,
there's a lot of them.
It's too much, we think, and they're bright white. And what we would do is actually change the lighting up. We'd put lighting down here.
Yeah, some strip lighting.
Yeah, down there. And we'd make warm lighting options opposed to that really sort of bright white.
Yep.
Brilliant when, you're recording and you're filming and you want that, you want to look like a studio woman. But otherwise, that would be one thing that we would change.
Yeah.
Or give it some colour hues, some options to, set the mood.
Oh, Jasper would love that. Party town.
I was thinking about us, play some Barry White.
Ah, well, yes, that's true. Look, to be honest, the only time we really use those big strip lights is for filming. Otherwise, we use these guys. So you've got your bright whites, which is ample for this space, and then you've got your awesome blue camp lights.
And they dim.
Isn't
that
so cool.
clever? We didn't actually work that out for
Really
about
clever.
6 months.
We love these little lights. We also love this guy as well, just for, again, circulating the air. I don't love having to clean that, I'll be honest. It's a really dusty job, but it is awesome.
But that's because it does its job.
It does. It's excellent. We love having that
clever.
in the caravan.
Awesome. That's where our heater switch is, up there. Something, because we're full time on the road, we would opt to try and get a couple more of these in, spots that you really want it, like here for GoPros and things. You know, maybe one here or on the side of the bed.
Yeah, maybe one here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're looking at that. It's interesting, you know, we've had the van for 12 months and we absolutely love it, and it's our home as well. But I guess because we're so busy with the work side of what we do on the road, we're always on the move, we're always producing content. I still in a ways feel like I haven't had an opportunity to really homify it for us. Is that a word? Homify it. Yeah. So there's some things that I've been looking at when I get a few minutes spare, and there's some amazing Aussie businesses out there doing beautiful stuff. So watch this space. I'm going to really try in the next little while just to add a few things to make it feel a bit more homely as well.
Support Aussie businesses.
Yeah, we love that.
All right, look at this. This is cool. Everyone asks about this. $12, Mindle Markets, Darwin,
Yeah, gotta
little
love
fruit
that.
basket. It's so good.
Yeah, actually hanging storage is a great option when you live, or, you know, if you're going away in your caravan and you're looking for storage solutions, having hanging storage like that is really, really good because it doesn't use up a lot of space.
And this was from IKEA, all of those.
Yeah, we get
They're
lots of
just
questions
cool.
about that.
Yeah, we've got a couple on each side of our bed as well. Those nooks are very cool too down there. That's got power options galore down in there as well. It's very clever.
Yeah, look, something else actually you've just made me think, Paul. With the nooks, they're really great to tuck your phone in. We have some, you know, just of our little personal items in there as well. And they've got the 240 power socket and also the USB points so you can charge your devices. Something that we would love, and it's just our personal preference, is just a little shelf for a cup of tea or a coffee in the morning.
It might be a good spot, Katie, just in here, just a little nook, just a short shelf, just for
A sneaky cup of tea in bed.
Yeah,
Of a night time.
or, you know, a little glass of wine while you're watching your movie.
I love it. Now, something that we would add, well, we have added, and it's actually a request that came through from Jasper, believe it or not, for his last birthday, was a curtain. So in our previous vans, we had the big, like, concertina thing here, and I'm actually really thankful that we don't have that because I love the open space.
Yeah, it was a little bit ugly, the way we had it, and it also would come off its runners.
Yeah, annoying. Really annoying. Anyway.
So this is much cleaner this way.
So this is our solution. He actually asked for a curtain for his birthday. Now, I just picked up this little curtain rod. It's a spring curtain rod from Spotlight, I think, and you can adjust it to whatever size you need. And then my beautiful sister-in-law, Donna, thank you, Donna, just made up this little curtain for him, and it's excellent. This is actually a block-out curtain, so it keeps it really cozy in there. It also stops a bit of the noise as well.
Ooh. Parent time, is that what you're saying?
Well, maybe, and also when we get up early of a morning to work.
Sexy time. Hey, and the bathroom as well. It means we can access the bathroom.
Yes, without disturbing Jasper.
Which is great.
Yep, awesome. So that is something that, you know, we've added to. What else have we got on our list here, Paul? Bum, bada, bum. Okay, we've spoken about the lighting. We've spoken about gasless. We've spoken about the lockbox. And we've spoken about the curtain. I think we're done.
I think so.
I think we've covered off everything.
How you going out there? Yeah, look, he's turning into an oompa.
Yeah, I love that. Look, to be honest, I mean, it's no surprise that we absolutely love our Zone van. Hey, like, we had the Zone van on our vision board years before we even hit the road.
It has changed our life and our lifestyle. The ability for us to be able to spend longer off-grid, enjoy these locations better. Yeah. I mean, the 28-day trek out to Uluru, our heads are still spinning after that one. But, yeah, being able to find those locations that you go, I'd like to stay here longer, and actually being able to do that and not worry about the power, not worry about the water, and know that you've got really this luxurious studio apartment on wheels to take you to these incredible locations around Australia is truly a gift.
It is. From a mother's perspective, I feel really safe in this van. I feel safe when we're travelling on the road towing this van, and when I say we, Paul obviously predominantly does most of the towing, unless of course you're watching a drone shot and that's me driving. But I feel really safe with us as a unit on the road, and we do so many kilometres, so that's a massive factor for us. But when we're parked up you know, we're about to unhitch. I feel really safe in those situations and scenarios as well. And then, of course, the ease of just setting up our camp or packing down our camp. As a mum, you know, being protective of her family, I love what the Zone van has given us in that space.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Another thing I just thought of is, look, we would be getting close to, this last 12 months, up over 35 to 40,000 kilometres.
Cool.
Yeah, okay, and probably 25 of those under tow.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so it's done some Ks.
Yeah.
And it has absolutely been dust-proof, weatherproof, and an absolute joy. So,
Yeah, it has.
Yeah.
We love it.
And if you are seriously looking for a van that'll take you places that, you know, you see on those Instagrams and you think, how did they get there? This would be the van.
Yeah.
All right.
Awesome. We're about to take it to some of those places.
Cool. Yes. Okay. Stay tuned. We are going up to the Cape. We are also doing part of the Gulf. I can't wait to get to Karumba. Hey, Karumba!
I know. Paul says it's his favourite place he's never been.
It is. I used to dream about this place before we hit the road.
I hope it lives up to your expectations.
Geez, so do I. The weather forecast looks incredible.
Yeah, it does.
And there's a guy named Jerry who's a bit of a local legend when it comes to fishing. He's going to take me out fishing. I want to catch a Spanish mackerel.
Well, I think it's about time you caught a fish after 4 years of full-time travel.
Right, he's up. You know, buy a rod. That's rule number one. I've got the gear now, but I've got Jerry. He's an expert. He's local. And hopefully I can get a Spanish mackerel catch and cook segment coming your way.
Awesome.
Awesome.
So much great content coming up. And, of course, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, we would love you to do that. That's a great way that you can show your support to us. We want to keep bringing you all of this amazing footage from around the country and the best places to stay and all the things that you can do when you are out there exploring.
Love it. All right. Look after yourself. Look after your family.
Happy trails, guys.
Thanks for watching. Please do like, subscribe and share our channel. And if you'd like more information on full-time RV travel and living, visit our website, thefeelgoodfamily.com. There you'll find loads of free resources, our weekly podcast, caravan cooking recipes, our monthly Go RV magazine articles and much more. We look forward to seeing you next week. Take care of yourself and your family and happy trails.